Hey guys, this is Ryan and Hunter here with MACkite, and today we are going to give you 3 tips on getting up on a small board with your foil drive. So it's no secret that riding a small board in the waves on your foil drive is a lot of fun. Really unlocks a lot of potential to the whole unit, but it is not as easy to get up on a small board as it is something a little bit larger. So we've kind of broke it down here. Looked at 3 of the most common mistakes or situations that cause you to not come out of the water and get up on your foil drive when you do downsize to that smaller board. Number 1, what do you got for number 1 for us?
Number 1 would be that board angle. When you first hop on your board in the water, you know that the board's a little smaller. You want that board angle to be kind of level right with the surface. You don't want to be too far back where the board's angled up. You don't want to be too far forward where the nose is down. That nose down, you won't probably get as good of connection when you're doing the foil drive, or you'll just sink the front there when you start to go. So it's important to just try to get that board angle level with the surface. So when you pull the trigger of the foil drive, you're coasting and then start to skim the board right across the surface.
Exactly, yeah, you definitely need the nose at the surface for good connection. And again, we're talking about this is before you even squeeze the trigger, and as you squeeze the trigger and start to move. You don't want that board at too great of an angle, otherwise it'll either porpoise up or submarine down. All right, so number 2 is you want to allow that board to build speed. One of the most common things we see when people downsize their board, and even the first time they get out on a foil drive, is they don't allow that board to build speed. They're hopping up too early, and what's that cause?
Yeah, so when you're hopping up too early, you're gonna have the board really plowing in the water. It's gonna have too much drag to really pop up on foil, and you're just not gonna end up getting on foil, and you're just gonna end up draining battery. And who wants a shorter session because you're draining your battery, not even getting up on foil?
Yeah, so it's real important that you stay on the board on your stomach for just a little bit longer than what you think you need to.
Yeah.
Which just brings us to our next point here. Number 3, proper pop-up technique and timing. You don't want to stay on your stomach forever, right?
You'll end up going really fast across the water, getting onto foil when you're not expecting it on your stomach, and you'll probably just end up coasting on your stomach, which can be fun, but if you're trying to get to your feet ultimately, it's gonna be really hard when you build that speed and kind of unlock the foil when you're still on your stomach.
Right, we're not trying to boogie foil here. So you want to pop up to your feet. So the key is once that board actually starts to plane out, one thing that Hunter and I noticed ourselves doing in the video when we watched it back, and it's not something we necessarily always notice while we're doing it, but a lot of times we tend to hop up to our knees right as that board is starting to plane out.
Yeah, so I think that hopping up on knees first really adds that extra step of stability in there. It kind of helps you get the feel for what it's going to do, and you are able to hop up on your knees right away. And then once you get up that little bit more and the board is planing, then you can hop onto your feet and make sure that board's not going to drag or anything.
Right, because there's not a lot of time from when that board goes from planing across the water surface to when you're starting to lift off on foil.
For sure.
And
It's a quick transition there.
Exactly. You want to be ready that once that board's starting to plane, you can easily hop up to your feet. Now, I know some guys can go straight from their stomach to their feet, and of course that can come with due time. However, when you're first getting started, it's a lot easier if you can cheat that step a little bit.
Yep.
Hop up to those knees right as you're starting to plane out. As soon as you feel the board plane out, do your quick pop up, land on your feet. And the key here is landing on your feet in a balanced position where you want your feet to be on the board. If you're too far back, board shoots out of the water. Too far forward, you're gonna submarine it. Too far to the right or too far to the left, it's really easy to get off on one side. So all these things just take a lot of practice. It's just like the first time you got on the foil drive. Takes a few times to feel real comfortable with it. Same thing with the small board. It's all about the angle that you're holding the board in the water, allowing it to build speed and popping up quickly and effectively. So if you guys have any other questions about riding a small board, maybe you've got a technique that works for you that might help us or someone else out there, feel free to drop a comment below. And as always, if you have any questions about any of the gear you see in the videos, feel free to reach out to us at the shop. We're always here to help you out.